for God's sake, the FieldFighter player ran past. Literally did not know a guy was there, ran past it, but no one was watching that lane because that particular Rampage player was looking inside, and he did not see the FieldFighter player run past him. And so the FieldFighter player was like, turned around, was like, oh my God, I just ran past one of the guys, turns around, blazes that guy in the back. But still, some lanes are being dropped out there, but it's the aggression of the FieldFighters that's really winning the day right now.
Yeah. Then let's see if they are able to continue and close the game for the FieldFighter Helsinki.
So just about 30 seconds before the start of this next point, here at the finale, CPS Tournament Series in Milan, Italy.
And I'm Cherry Bazak and Matt Marshall here in Milan for maybe the last point for Helsinki FieldFighters against Rampage CZ.
So here we go. Can Rampage CZ fight some fire with fire? So 3 guns off the break. Oh, and Rampage CZ having a little bit of FieldFighters Helsinki, disastrous break for them on this snake side of the field as 2 of their guys collide going to the same bunker, which causes one of them to actually be expelled from the bunker. He gets shot. So that gives Rampage an opportunity, and they are making the most of it, running up on this snake side of the field and getting a kill cross field in that center. 2 bodies alive for Rampage CZ, and they've got to make this work.
2 on the snake.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen 2 players for the same team in the snake. The snake side has really been difficult to play, but they throw one of those bodies away. And then they throw the other body away. So just when you're thinking that Rampage CZ had the advantage, they push too aggressive. Aggression is important, but if aggression is not tempered with some gunfight consistency, then you are just going to throw bodies away and really hurt your team. And that's exactly what just happened over here. And now the snake side is completely open. No one on the snake side for Rampage CZ, even though they had the advantage. So what they needed to do at that point was slow it down. You have the advantage over here. And
now down 2 on 2. We'll see if they keep the advantage.
That could have been it for Rampage CZ. They could have tied it up, but now another player for Rampage size. 2 players dying out of their bunkers, and they will
minor penalty. That's why.
And they're going to walk back, just shaking their heads, walk back into the pits, just going, oh my God, what happened at that point? We had it and we threw it away, and now FieldFighter 1 point away from victory here.
They were able to win the game, but FieldFighters were really solid. They were really solid.
Well, it goes back to, one of the cardinal sins of paintball. You got to play 100% of the point, man. You can't just play the first 50% of the point, and that's what it looked like Rampage CZ was doing over here. They did a great job of getting they got a little bit of a gift because FieldFighter had a disastrous occurrence over here where the 2 guys collided. One of them falls out of the bunker. He gets destroyed. So that opened things up for Rampage CZ. Rampage CZ saw that happen. They got that kill. They moved 2 guys into the snake, but then both those guys get shot out of the snake. That's inexcusable. If you want to win games, you cannot have 2 players in the snake and have them both get shot out of their bunkers.
Yeah, and at the same time.
Yeah, and you could see, but that's kind of a rookie mistake. They were very frantic in there. Did you see their body language?
Yeah.
Their body language was one of franticness. They got in and their heads are on a swivel. Hey, you want your head to be on a swivel, but you don't want it to be a frantic swivel. You want to be calm and composed in that situation because you have the body advantage, you have the field advantage, and if you don't take advantage of that situation and earn it, nothing is going to be given to you out here. You're not just going to run down the field, guns a-blazing, and the other team's just going to, roll over and die. And so, I got to give a lot of respect to the players on the FieldFighter Helsinki who were able to maintain their composure and get those effective kills and get those shots on the snake players from Rampage CZ. And Rampage CZ, that was their point to win, to tie it up, and now they're 1 point away from losing.
Yeah, but that's the main goal of the Russian. They're cold.
Yes, they are. That has been one of the defining characteristics actually of the Russian mentality that they've brought to paintball, was that if you go to even some of the top teams in America, in the United States, and in their pits, and they'll sometimes they're yelling at each other, or they're not necessarily as calm and composed as the Russians, and that's something that actually in the past 5-6 years that a lot of the big American teams have tried to implement themselves. They're trying to say, hey, let's keep more calm. Let's stop yelling at each other in the pits. It's not productive, and you have to be composed across the board, in the pits, on the field, in your bunkers, at all times. You need to try to maintain. You want to use your emotion. You want to harness your emotion, but you can't let your emotions rule you. You know what I'm saying? And
someone shooting me.
Yes,
no.
Totally. You can't do that. And if you do that, if you look frantic in your bunkers, you can always tell by body language what's going down out there inside these guys' heads. And FieldFighters, they look very composed right now. Looked awesome right there when things were not looking good for them, but they were still able to get those kills. So awesome job. And it looks like a timeout has been called, and I think that's a good timeout to call at this particular point.
Definitely.
So still lots more great paintball coming at you here. Prelims action at the CPS Champions Paintball Series finale here in Milan, Italy. Matty Marshall with Thierry Brazurk, and I'm actually really happy to be up here with you again. We had a great time in Paris.
Yeah, me too.
And you know so much about all these European teams, it's just great to come over here and see this level of competition that's really developing worldwide right now.
Here we go.
So on the breakout, can Rampage CZ maintain their composure and try to fight back and get into this match? They lose their player, trying to get out wide on the snake side. Oh, and it's not looking good right now. 3 players dropping for Rampage early, and FieldFighters looking like they're going to win this game right now. Moving up the field with that calm and composed attack that they have had all game long, and able to get those last couple kills, and that is going to do it. So congratulations to FieldFighter Helsinki as they are able to pull off this victory here.
Really a solid game from them.
Yeah, it could have been a closer game. It really should have been a closer game. And, FieldFighter, not without mistakes. They definitely made some mistakes. They had those 2 players go to the same bunker, a little miscommunication there in the game plan. But Rampage CZ couldn't take any advantage of that. And then also the only real point they truly gave away was that major penalty in the first point.
Right.
But that, again, speaks to what you were talking about, that composure that they've gained from getting that Russian influence in their style. Because even though a lot of times that submarine's a team, a lot of times you'll go out, you get that major penalty, and oh my God, everyone's freaking out. Oh, we're down a point now. We just got a major penalty. We couldn't have started the game off worse. But no, they didn't freak out. They maintained calm, composed. They went out and won the match.
And that's the result. This is the result. They won the game.
So next up,